This is IGN. Brave? New? In this economy? This is your IGN review of Captain America: Brave New World by Tom Jorgensen. Sam Wilson has had a hell of a decade. In the last 10 years, we've seen the veteran counselor marked as a fugitive, imprisoned on the raft, snapped out of existence, passed over as the new Captain America despite Steve Rogers' wishes, and worst of all, bested by Ant-Man in single combat. That he's still willing to put it all on the line after all that is what makes Sam such a compelling, solid hero, and what makes Captain America: Brave New World feel disappointingly afraid to venture out into the unknown. Brave New World has an incredibly difficult task right out of the gate, getting us up to speed on a franchise that now encompasses more than 40 movies and TV shows. The law of diminishing returns suggests that it's never been less likely that the average audience member will be able to recall, say, the events of 2008's The Incredible Hulk, let alone 2021's Eternals at a moment's notice. A title like Brave New World suggests that maybe Anthony Mackie's first headlining gig behind the Shield could forge ahead into unexplored territory. But almost immediately, newscasts and archival video resurface largely unconnected MCU events with a previously on level of subtlety. You can almost see the Marvel brass crossing their fingers in the hopes that this recap is enough to substitute for the affection we may or may not have for movies that are 10 plus years old at this point. Building a new story out of mostly old parts is nothing new in Hollywood, and certainly not for Marvel Studios. But Brave New World feels especially craven in how it pecks around the events of the sacred timeline for structure. With its political thriller pitch, Brave New World nakedly evokes 2014's The Winter Soldier with a mess of ulterior motives, double agents, brainwashing, and, of course, a secret military outpost with a villain's lair in the basement. Take that home, throw in a dead Celestial in the Indian Ocean and a potato, and baby, you've got a stew going. But like with Carl Weathers' recipe, you shouldn't be expecting anything too flavorful from those leftovers. With familiar drama driving Brave New World forward and fewer comedic aspirations than your Guardians or Deadpool and Wolverine, the predictably conceived action is even more of a letdown. Sam knows his way around a pair of jet wings, and we've seen that vibranium shield ricochet off countless tactical helmets. Most of Brave New World's action feels hesitant to push too far outside of that comfort zone, with no real sense of novelty in either concept or execution. Even Sam's only tech upgrade of note is taken directly from Black Panther's kit. Like many Marvel Studios directors before him, Julius Onah doesn't find much footing with the blockbuster material. And that's before we get to the film's frustratingly cloying, can't we all just get along political message, which begs us to remember to see the good in each other while doing relatively little to call out what the inverse actually looks like. The perspective and power that Brave New World scrounges up is more rooted in the actors' performances than anything on the page, a dynamic well represented by Mackie's performance as Sam Wilson. Harrison Ford's performance is Brave New World's biggest surprise, though, and maybe not for the big red reason you may expect. The majority of Thunderbolt Ross's time in the MCU, as played by the late William Hurt, has been spent on the fringes, but Ford brings his Indiana Jones Han Solo charisma to the newly minted politician. And while yes, he does Hulk out eventually, Ford's far more interesting contribution is how fun it is to watch him try not to Hulk out. Whatever reputation for being grumpy he's acquired over the years, the actor takes it here and turns the dial way up, and the question of what's finally going to push him over the edge and when results in Brave New World's most reliable thrills. Let it be known that this is no glorified cameo. Harrison Ford's all over this thing. Captain America: Brave New World feels neither brave nor all that new. Recycling the Winter Soldier's political thriller structure and even specific plot points is no way to set Sam Wilson apart from Steve Rogers on the big screen, but the actors are here to save the day. Anthony Mackie's Cap may finally be the undisputed star-spangled man with a plan, but that chip on his shoulder isn't going anywhere anytime soon, and Mackie brings each side of Sam's personality to life well against seasoned scene partners like Harrison Ford, Carl Lumbly, and Tim Blake Nelson. Captain America: Brave New World's IGN score? 5 out of 10. Thanks for listening to IGN. My name is Tony Jackson, and for the latest Marvel movie reviews and updates, visit us at IGN.com.
Spoken Layer.